Hi guys, it's Sherry. Today we are going to be making a really neat bracelet. I have my roller from Elena's Clay Corner. I also have my stamp from Create Along. There's a bunch of different things that we are going to be using today. I have my hot fix gems, some mica powder, things like that. So this is a one bake bracelet. So we are only going to bake it once. We're doing the front and the back right off the bat. So the very first thing I did was I rolled out my clay to my thickest setting on my pasta machine. Then I rolled out my clay to the third thickest setting on my pasta machine. I am going to lay those right down on top of each other. I want to make sure they have a good seal with each other. Make sure they're done on top of each other well. And this is just scrap clay. I don't have anything fancy, you know, it's not brand new clay. I just need to use up some old clay. So this was the perfect opportunity. I'm going to take my clay. I'm going to roll it right on top of my stamp here. Then I'm going to get some baby powder. And I'm going to go right over the top of my clay here. And the reason we are doing this so thick is so we could do it once and done and not have to worry about it. I'm going to take my roller here, and then I am just going to roll it right onto my clay. And you can see as you're rolling it, it does get a little bit thinner. And that should be plenty. So now I'll have a beautiful back and a beautiful front. And you could use any stamps. I love these rollers. There's so many things you could do with them, and I'm having a lot of fun with them lately. So I also have my bracelet cutter. This is from Elena's Clay Corner as well. And I want to try to get this even because of the stones I am going to put in. Right there. So you'll see beautiful back, beautiful front, and then I like to just kind of clean up my edges a bit. Next, I'm going to get my red gems out. Now I did green. I'll show you a sample. This was my little practice one. So I did green gemstones. I didn't even finish this completely, but it's going to look similar to this, and it's going to be absolutely beautiful. So this time, instead of doing green, I'm going to do red. That way it really pops. And the reason I am doing my gemstones before putting the mica powder on is because the gemstones have a hard time staying on with mica powder. So, and I like to use this little wax tip tool. If you take this side and you put clay in it, it will actually help your pieces stay. So it kind of helps lift it. So that's a little trick. So once you have everything cut out, you're going to kind of just line it up. You want everything kind of straight. So this way you could do like a pattern. So here I know I have like this really nice pattern, and I am going to put my gemstones in certain areas. Oops. You'll see I'm going to go straight down and just follow the pattern. And you don't have to do yours this way. You can do it any way that you want. Okay. So there I have one line done. And now I have these little areas that I'm going to do my bigger stones in. Okay, and that's what we have so far. So I think that looks absolutely beautiful. So the next thing I want to do is add some of my mica powder. Okay, so I have my gold mica powder here. And then I'm just going to go right over my entire piece. We want to make this look like a really expensive, fancy bracelet. Now the other one I did like a green and gold together. And I want to make sure to get right into all those little nooks and crannies to make sure there's no black that's going to pop through on this. Get your sides really well. Yeah, beautiful. Does that not look like a beautiful, expensive piece of jewelry? Just gorgeous. All right, so next I want to make sure that I put my jump rings in right away before I do anything else with the back of it. So I'm going to take 2 of my jump rings here. And because our piece is so thick, we could just go right in, kind of open that up, and then pop our jump ring in. Now these are oval jump rings. And then I just place them, push that clay right back into place. And I'm going right in the middle. Push that in one more time. If your stuff kind of gets a little distorted, just shape it right back into place. I'm going to make sure that my clay is on there nicely. Smooth out your edges here. Kind of round those edges off a tiny bit. I'm going to make sure all of my stuff is really smooth. This way I don't have to sand anything down. So kind of play with your piece lightly and just smooth out your edges real nice. Now if you want to add a little bit of red mica powder, you can. You can have a lot of fun. So like this one, I did green mica powder, I did gold mica powder, and then I put a little gold paint on top. I didn't do anything besides the mica powders here. Okay. Next, what I did was I took my metal bangle and I ended up just wrapping a regular piece of paper on this. This way, when we wrap this, we don't have to worry about any shiny spots. Now, no, it will not stick to your piece, or your piece will not stick to it. So what you need is you need to get like a little tile, put your piece down like that, and then you are going to just wrap it around and your tile will keep it in place, okay? And then you're going to bake your piece just like that. Very, very simple. You put it in the oven at recommended temperature and time, and then we'll come back and finish it all up. All right, guys, my piece is out of the oven. And I want to show you, look how beautiful that looks. So to finish it off, I really want to use my other gold marker. So it almost looks like 2 different color golds on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of wipe this and get any loose powder off that might be on there. And same thing with the inside. And then I'm going to take my gold marker and very carefully just kind of highlight those areas that are lifted. So you see how that roller left those pretty little textures there? That's what I'm going to highlight. And if I get it on my gem, I'm just going to wipe it off. So I'm going to take my time on this particular area. This way it almost looks like a 18 karat and 14 karat gold together. I'm going to clean up the stones with alcohol afterwards, just to make sure that I have them nice and clean, because I know I'm going to get some marker on them in certain areas. So this bracelet, you can see it's very, very simple to do, which I love. I'm really trying to bring like some simple stuff, but with really nice results for you guys. Beautiful. That looks so nice. You could do the inside as well if you want. I am not going to. I'm going to leave the inside just the way it is. And then to clean my stones, I just have rubbing alcohol. I'm going to kind of just drain it off, kind of squeeze it so most of the rubbing alcohol is off of it. And then I'm just going to go right over my gemstones that I got paint on. Just make sure everything is nice and clean. All right. I'm going to give this a few minutes to completely dry, and then we will seal it. And while that is drying, we'll get our other pieces together. So I have my jump ring. I'll open that. I'll put my clasp on. Put my magnet on. And then I will reclose my jump ring. Do the same thing on the other side. And then you just add your clasp. Okay, everything's dry. All right, so what I'm going to use to seal it is my Sculpey Gloss Glaze. I'm just going to put it right on my tile. I'll get the inside first. Okay. And then I will go right over the top. And don't worry about the gems. We'll just wipe those off then. But you need to make sure that you're sealing your entire piece because of that mica powder. I always like to take my finger and just kind of rub over everything. Make sure I didn't miss any areas. And then I am going to take this and hang it up from here. And that's how it will end up drying. All right, guys, here it is. Look how beautiful that looks. I absolutely love this. This is honestly my new favorite piece. Is that not just absolutely stunning? All by using this roller, a stamp on the back, and some mica powder and gems. So easy yet gorgeous results. I really hope that you enjoyed creating this piece with me. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye.